Hello, hello. Yeah, guys, am I audible to you? Just give me a moment. Let me set it up. Okay, I have restarted the stream. Okay, can you everything is clear from my side? Okay, if things are clear from my side, if you can see my screen, if my audio is clear, everything is great or not? Yeah, I think so. It's 1080p now. Last time I set it up, but I think so while entering the stream, the setting got changed. That's why I had to restart my stream. Okay. Starting, can you please explain the JavaScript code again? Okay. Good evening, guys. Again, good evening. Welcome back to the stream again, once again. Okay. So now we will enter into the coding part. Yeah, Mamta, this is 1080p because I actually what happened, I was trying to change the settings of the last stream, but it actually got deleted. So that is why I had to create the new stream. Okay. I had to get it created. As I was fixing the navbar, hiding the top part of the image, I fixed it vertical height adjustment padding. It again now. So as I told, there are multiple ways of attaining one objective in HTML and CSS part in web development. So whatever path you want to take, you can take it up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, guys. So now let's get into this coding part. Okay. Will not extend the session beyond required timing. Today, most probably till 8, 5, 8, 10, it will get over along with the deployment. Okay. Get coding had to complete one small part, that is profile section. That will be the second page and the only another page that we are going to design in this bootcamp. So let's begin the HTML part for this. So I have the skeleton for HTML that I am going to use, and along with this, I will change the title for my this HTML page. What will be the title? Title will be profile section or as profile page. Okay, fine. So Himanshu, so the clone that I built is different. See, it should look good. That is what it matters right now. If it is somewhat different, then it is manageable. Okay. Now, another thing that I want to add is my CSS. So I have already also created a CSS file named as profile detail. dot CSS. So I will add that CSS to my HTML file itself. Okay. Okay, guys, and yeah, at the starting of the session, I saw that many of you are having issue with the attendance. So, see, guys, every session before the session, I share the attendance form with you. So, it is your duty to mark your attendance properly without missing any days. Okay, if you are present, so you should not miss those days. So, if the attendance is not marked for any past days, so in that case, I would not be able to help you. Okay. So please take care of that part from your side. Yeah. So my CSS part has been added, and along with CSS, I will also add one more part. That is again my serial link for what? Serial link for font awesome. So I am sending you a serial link. So if you want, you can directly use this link up for your code too. Okay. I have pinned it to the top of my chat. Okay. Go to the link for HTML. See, code sandbox link you will get after the session when I would be done with the coding part. Then I will send you this code sandbox link. Yeah. So let's start with the body. I will give my one class name to my body, and it will be a file section or a file detail page. Okay. So I am starting with HTML part now. Uh, the link. Okay. Yeah. So link would not be having a closing tag. So this is how you will be adding. Okay, fine. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, so body is done. Now we'll get into navigation part. So either we can do two cases. Either we can use already created navigation that we have added, or else we can create our own navigation for this. So what I would like to do is I will take up the already created navigation. Okay, that would be much better part. And the styling has also been added for the navigation and it is in style.css. I will also import that style.css page. Okay. So I will add style.css for this particular page and the code for navigation bar I will take up from index.html itself. Okay. So let me copy the navigation part and I will just paste it up. And the styling and other things are done. So we are not going to rewrite this code again. So navigation part will be added. Okay. And so I click on this page. I think so. We have already added this page in backend by using script.js. So in the script, what was the name of the page that we added? It was, I think so, profile HTML. So I will change this. It will be profile details.html. So profile detail.html. So when I click on this particular card, it should lead me to the next page. Now, so this is my profile detail section that we are right now creating. Okay. And, you should not discuss about yesterday's attendance because yesterday is gone and you would not get a chance to mark your attendance again. Focus on today. Do not miss today's attendance. Okay. We are not going to add much detail in this part. Yeah, we'll be adding around one or two sections only. So one section is will be for the detail for your subscription and other things, and another section will be a three-card section. Okay. Sir, your voice is breaking. Yeah, guys, is it issue from my side? Is my voice breaking? Yes. Is it true that my voice is breaking from my side? Okay, so how to add a video in the hero section like a short teaser. For adding any video in your hero section, you can use iframe tag. Okay. In that case, you will be able to add the class. And today, yes, most probably the class will be ending today. Looks like the mic issue. Yeah, there might be. Let me check it once. Okay, I think so. It's fine. So tomorrow Python and this class same time. Which Python class are you talking about? Yeah, guys, I think so. It's better now. Yeah. Okay. So now let's get into first section that is profile detail. Okay. So in this section, you will be having detail about users. So what subscription does user has and other things about the user detail that we will be adding. So when I run code in VS Code, it always says localhost error, but it work perfectly in Sandbox. So every time I did not made any mistake from your side, it is mistake of VS Code. So try reinstalling the VS Code from your side, okay? So it would actually resolve the solution for you. If your code is running perfectly uh, on Code Sandbox, then it is fine. See, whatever live we take on DevTown, it always starts from 7 o'clock in the evening, so you can take it up that timing itself, okay? Install the website. Yeah, you can also try. See, whatever would be issue, there would be only issue with the extension. There would not be issue with actual VS Code. Okay? Not your code, but it would be issue of the extension or else the VS Code itself. Okay. Okay. So let's get into coding part. Okay. Let's not waste our time. So now the first thing that we would be adding is profile details section. So over here, let's start because we also have to add our CSS part too in this case. Okay. So profile details section, it will have some of the details for your profile. So first thing, I will start with my div, and this div will have a class name, profile, and details. Along with profile details, I will also add a container. Okay, instead of writing this long class name, you can also go with just a container. That would also work fine for you. And then next, we'll add more div, and inside this div, we will have a profile header. Okay, so it will be profile header in this case. And along with this, here comes our inner. div for us. So this div will contain our class for sorry, not class, but actually image. Okay, so we'll name it as profile avatar image. So we'll give it avatar, not actual avatar, but you would be seeing this particular icon that we have. That is what we will be adding it up over there itself. Okay. Now inside this, we'll define an image tag, and again the same thing repeats to attributes src and alt, and in alt we'll add it as a file image. This will be our alt. And now SRC, we are going to take again the same thing that we did on the first class, that was taking already existing link from Google. Okay, so this is one link that I am taking for my logo. So I will add it to the chat also if you want. So just give me a moment and I will add to chat. Random attendance, whatever could happen, I cannot promise when I will share attendance. Okay, yeah, so this is the And sorry, this will not be my output bit. I have to take this. So that was the wrong link that I pasted it up. I will change it up now. And this is the correct link for me. Okay. So we'll now send you the link for the asset that we are using over here. And I have replaced it up and I have pinned it up on the top. So this is the image link that we are going to use. So you can copy it up and use it for your own case. I don't understand the part explained once again. See, I am trying to add a image over here. What image I am trying to add? Image of profile. So this is the image that I was trying to add. So we are making a profile page. Okay. Link is already pinned on the top. You can get the link over there. It is online asset. So if in a given case you are not able to use it by using the link directly, you can download it up and then you can use it up. Okay. So this is one other case scenario for usage. Now comes another diff. In this case, you will be having your profile info. So we'll name it as profile and info for this case. Okay. Okay. So profile info attendance you will get on time. Do not worry about that. Better you see the code and you learn. Okay. H1 and H1 will have the name. So I will directly add my name itself in this case, and I will give it a class. And what will be the class? Class will be profile and name. Okay, so class will be profile name in this case. So my H1 is already done. Then after H1, I will then ask, I will add a email ID, a dummy email ID. So dummy at the rate gmail.com, not the actual email ID, and we'll give it a class of profile profile email. Okay, so for this we are giving it a class name of profile email. Okay, so this is kind of description that we wanted to add. Now we'll add a detail about what type of subscription you have taken. So in Netflix itself, you have many options of subscription. So this basic comes with 149 rupees per month for mobile phone, then 199 for one laptop device, other things. So we'll add details about that. So we'll name our class as membership info. Okay. See, Mamta, I already told you we do not need to remember these classes. Okay. So there are two possible cases. You name the class related to the field that you are creating. Okay. That is one way to do the work. Even though in that case also you do not need to remember the class name. So once you are done with the HTML thing, once you are done with the HTML code, now what you should do is you should have your HTML code side by side with you. Okay. So in that case, whenever you have it side by side, in that case you can refer the class name. Do not remember the class name with you. Okay. Yeah. And this will be membership batch. Okay. So what membership have I taken? So I have taken a premium membership. So I have added a premium membership batch over here. And then we have one other thing, sir. Why is coming properly? Not coming properly or coming properly? Guys, if you face any serious issue with the voice, then please inform me. Till this point, we did not had any voice issue, but I don't know why today we are having. Okay, so and this is the type of video streaming quality that you have taken. So this will be named as membership. Okay, so our majorly top artisan. Let me show you the output. It is getting refreshed back. Okay. Yeah, so this is what we have done till now. And after this, we will add three card details. Okay, so what all these cards will have, will show you now. Okay. So next thing that we are going to add is account setting or profile section details. So just below this, this and div div and below this. Okay, we'll add one more div, and this div will be containing my profile section details. So the class name and class name will be profile section. Okay, profile sections, and it will have my account settings. So every time you have some settings for your even particular account, so that is what we will be adding in this case. And if and okay, so this is the place where I will be adding three cards. So those three cards will have three different styles, or not styles, but actually settings that we need to add for our use case. So let's begin with the first setting that we would need. Okay, and what we can do is, so we will add a class name for this, and this will, yeah, so profile section, profile, so section. So on the top, I gave the class name as profile sections, and over here I am giving my class name as profile section. Okay, from which folder will we get the resources for this bootcamp? Varisha, every time till yesterday's lecture, I was sharing the bootcamp. Sorry, I was sharing the course and box link. Even today also, after we are done with the coding, I will share the course and box link with you. So just have patience. That is the only resource that you would need right now. Okay, all things, all codes are over there. You will need only that to refer. Okay. Yeah, so this is the heading that I have added. The heading is account setting, and then I will be creating three different cards. Okay. Before creating card, I need to set up my grid. Okay. So I will name it up as setting grid. So I will now be using display as grid. So to place three different cards likewise. Okay. So the grid is done. Then comes my cards. So I will be defining three cards over in this case, and let me give my div one card. I will design one card and then copy paste it up. And once we copy paste it up, and then we'll use it. Okay? Because the things will be same. Yeah. So now let's get into the card part. So class name that I am giving it up is setting items. Okay, setting items. Fine. And inside this, we would first of all will give a header. Okay. So this will be my setting header. Okay. And inside this setting header, we would have two options. Two things. One will be heading, as well as we will add a small button in this case. So we are going to use extend tag because the heading should not be that big. Okay. So first heading that we will be adding is uh, membership and okay. So this is the first thing that I am adding. And along with this, we would be adding a button for into more about the membership. Okay. So this button will be change membership or else change billing date or else I guess not billing, but actually we can write it as change plan. Okay. And we would need to give some styling to this button. So that is why we would name it as button change. Okay. Fine. Yes, Raj, you will get to know how you will be getting certificate and other related certificate guidance. I will just share it with you in some moment. Just have patience. Okay, so header is done. Now we'll add small p tags and a description about this particular field. So this particular field is membership. Let me correct the spelling of membership. Yeah. So membership, and it will be setting detail. Okay, setting details and what details are about my membership. So what actual premium membership I took, I will be adding those details. So I took around 199 per month, suppose 199 per. Okay, so this is the membership that I took. So I added it as 199, and along with this, we'll add one more p tag. And now this will be in my next billing cycle or is next billing date. So suppose I took membership today, and so the next billing date should be 5/7/2025. Okay, so this is my next billing date. So whatever format you need, or else we can make it more better. We can write it as July 05/2025. Okay, that would be much better in our case. So this is the card that we have made. Let me show you the output for the card. And right now, this is how your card looks like. So we'll complete the styling of it, and then it would look much better. Before that, let me copy the card. So we would be adding this card multiple times. Just a minute. This is still this should be fine. Okay. So we'll copy this card up and we'll paste it up for you. Okay. So we'll change some details in this. So first detail was about membership, and then next detail we will be adding about is profile and parental control. Profile and parental control. Okay, and we'll change the button also. So button will be changed to manage. Okay, button is changed to manage, and e tag also we would need to change. So we'll name it as profile one and another e tag. Yeah. So what type of rating do we have in this? Or maturity rating. Okay, so this particular subscription has all maturity rating. So I have added it up. Okay, then next we'll have privacy and security. Okay, privacy and security. I will, sorry for this. Privacy and security, and along with this, I will add an option to change password. Okay, or else I can add same thing, but I will add a password option and will add my password on the bottom. Okay, so password will add it as asterisk. Okay, because we actually do not know what will be the actual password, and we'll add one more description named as two-factor authentication. Okay, fine. Yeah. So one thing that we are missing right now is this part. We haven't added our class for the bottom P. Okay, so bottom P tag that does not add class, so we'll add it up quickly and fine. Okay. So with this, the HTML is done. Let me show you the output that we have. So this is the total HTML that we had in this case. Okay. Now the next part for us to complete the certificate. Sorry, not certificate, but actually CSS. Okay. Yeah, guys, you can yeah, then you can start. Sorry, stop writing the certificate again and again. I ended a session, but I could not fill the form. What I want to do for the certificate. Yeah, you will get to know in some moment what you have to do to get your complete certificate. Okay, do not worry about that part. I will not leave you behind with explaining that part. Okay, so let me begin my CSS part. Okay, so I want you to have your HTML part or else HTML code inside with you. Like keep it at another tab or with you so that you can compare each and every class that I am or selecting up right now. Okay. So first thing I am giving is background color. Okay. So again, guys, I keep on repeating for you again and again. I haven't remembered these all things. Okay. I have searched for these all values. I thought it would look good on our website. That is why I have kept it already noted with me. Okay. I haven't remembered or I haven't mugged up these all things. Okay. Yeah. So profile detail page. First thing I did that, and next option that we would do is so we will be having profile details container. Okay, we had one profile details container. Let me show you where we had that. So this was profile details container. Now we are going to style that part up. Okay, so we'll give a maximum width in this case, maximum width of around 1200p. Okay, 1200p maximum width. It is not a minimum width, but a maximum width. Okay, so we are adding it up to maintain our responsiveness. Margin, we are adding 0 and auto, and adding we will be adding as 40 pixel and as well as 20 pixel, two cases. Okay, this is my profile detail container. So the output right now is like this. We have added a padding on top, on left, margin has been added, and background color has been added, and text has been given the color. Okay. Please share the link or this code in community. You will get, I will directly I will share this link on the chat itself. Okay. I will pin that particular link on the top. So do not worry. Let me complete this part. Okay. So profile detail is done. Now we have our profile header. So I will get into that part. Profile header. So let me select it up. So profile header, where was my profile header? Let me show you up. So this was my profile header. Profile header. So we'll style that part up. Okay. Yeah. So profile header display. I want it to be as text. Okay. And again, so same thing will be repeating. Align item. I will keep it as center for now. Line item. I will give it a center and gap. I will keep it as 30 pixel. If it would not look good, then in that case, I will remove that up, okay? And then we have margin bottom. So we'll keep a margin bottom of 50% for now, okay? Sound is not clear. Some noise are there. Yeah, guys, are you facing any issue with the sound? Sound break. Okay, is it fine now? It's clear. Okay. Yeah, guys, if it is clear, then please do not mention it up again and again because I have to take a pause and then I have to check it with you all. Yeah, so profile header is done, and now we have added a section for profile avatar. Okay, a section for this, and let me check where is that profile avatar. Yeah, so we had a profile avatar image for this case. So we will be selecting this profile avatar image and there is no issue. Sound is clear. Okay, great. If the sound is clear, then fine. Okay. Yeah. So now let's complete this part. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So let's complete the profile avatar. What is the class name for my profile avatar? I took it as profile avatar image. Okay. Yeah, so profile avatar image. We'll select this part up. Okay. And now we'll give it a width. So what width we would like right now is 120 pixel, and same width for the height. So same for the height. We need a square shape, so we are keeping it same and border radius of around 5 pixels, not much, but actually just 5 pixels. And in this case, I am hiding any overflow if I get not auto. but actually overflow as hidden. Okay, in previous cases, I added my overflow as auto when we had multiple cards in a single row. Okay, in that case, we added it as actually overflow auto. Okay, so same class overflow, sorry, profile of our image, and with hover, I will be adding some hover effect on this case. Okay, 1 minute. Profile avatar image was the name for outer div, and then we have to style. Sorry, not hover. First of all, we would need to style the image. Okay? After we are done with the image, we will move to hover or whatever we need. So again, the width in this case will be given to 100%. So what was the actual width we defined for this div? That was 120 pixel. And now we want our image to have a 100% width. Okay? So height will also be 100% in this case. Then height is kept as 100%, and then object fit and object fit will be set as cover. Okay. So with this profile avatar has been given the style, and let me show you the output. Right now, this is the output that we are seeing, and I think so. We would have added something that we should not have added. Let's just a minute, and so the outer div was named as profile detail page. It's fine. Okay. What we can do is we can for now remove the display flex. Why? Because we are having issue with the output. So let me check what it looks like now. Yeah, it looks fine now. Once we would be done with this, then I will add whatever things would be needed. So what I wanted is I want my profile to be here, and as well as I want my this detail to go on the right side over here. So let me check with my HTML code if I had made any mistake. Just give me a moment. So profile detail is here, image is over here, it is fine. And profile details container. So we added div to profile header. Okay, we added a div to profile header. Profile header. So let me check if we close profile header or not. So this div is closed here, and this div is closed here. Okay. So what mistake we did is we forgot to close this div on the top, and we would need to remove one of the div on the bottom. Yeah. So this is also sometimes a kind of error that you face. So if you forget to close any div at a particular interval or at a particular case, in that case you would have a misaligned output. Okay, right now it's fine. Okay. This is the intended output that I wanted, but actually what happened, this all content went to the sidewise. Okay. Whenever you see this type of error happening, so you check for a place where you close the div. If the div is closed properly, in that case it would be fine. Okay. The profile image with border radius version looks so good. Yeah, it would be great. No problem. If you want to use that, you can. You are free to use whatever style you need. Okay, and then we have profile info. Okay, profile info in this case, and so for this, we'll only define a flex. Okay, it will be display flex. So profile info. This will be profile info. Fine. And then we have profile name. Okay, so profile name will give that styling. SDN, you will get the link just for 1 minute. Yeah. So font size will give it as a 32 pixel, and along with that, I will give it a margin bottom of 8 pixel. So 8 pixel, what would be looking good? That would be okay. We would give that particular styling. So profile name is done. Next thing is my profile email. Okay, so profile email. So I have to add it up. So we'll add a color in this case. So color will be hash B3 B3 B3. So this is the color that I will add. So pinkish kind of color, and then we'll add a margin bottom of around 16 pixel in this particular case. Okay. Can you tell me profile name or detail? Yeah, change over profile name or detail. That will be same. So the problem was only closing the div. Okay, it was not close it at intended location. So I just close it up where it should have been closed. Okay. So you can also check it up from your code. If it is fine, then you can leave it up, or else you have to correct it. Okay. For this case, display will be kept as a flex and gap will be kept as 16 pixel for now. And then I will have my align items. So align items for this case will be kept as center. Okay. Fine. Okay, so this is membership info, and then we have membership badge. Okay, so instead of this, I will do BADGE membership badge, and let's give it a background color. Okay, so first thing that we'll be giving is background color, and it will be E50. See, guys, again, I'm telling you, I have it all noted. Okay, so I see many people come with a doubt, saying, how will I mug up this? You do not need to mug 4 pixel and 8 pixel of my padding. Okay, and then I have my border radius for this case, and we'll have it as 4 pixel of border radius. So just a minute. Sometimes auto suggestions give me a wrong suggestion. Yeah. So border radius and then font size. Okay. So font size of 14 pixel. Can we manually 1 minute. Can we do all manual typing attributes without entering the name and email directly? Yeah, yeah, you can. It's totally upon you, whatever choice you want to do. Okay. Yeah, so this was my membership badge, and after this membership badge, I have my membership detail now. Okay, just give me a moment. What is the name that I wrote over here? Membership, membership badge was done. Right? Membership details. Yeah. So membership details. Next thing is my membership detail, and we'll give it a color, and color will be B3 that we already do. B3 that is close to black, and then we have font size. Okay, so font size we would be keeping it as 14 pixel itself in this particular case. Yeah, I will show you the output. Right now, the output is looking like this. Okay, so this is the output that I have. So one more thing, we'll need some changes. We'll do that changes up, and it looks fine. So somewhere I just okay. Over here, what we can do is, and in that case, yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. So this is my intended output till this point. So once we are done with the card also, then we'll show you the complete output. So the membership part that is done. Now we have my profile section. So the profile detail section that we have to give styling to that part also. So let's get into that. That is kind of big part. Okay. So we have a profile and then we will be naming it as profile section. Okay. So first thing that I would need to add is margin bottom, and margin bottom will keep this pixel in this particular. And then what is the next thing that I am going to select is every H2 tag inside my profile section. Okay. Every H2 tag inside my uh, profile section. So for this, I have my font size. Okay, so font size I want to have a 24 pixel of font size, and then I need a margin bottom for this particular case of 20 pixel and color. So color will keep it as the same color that we have been using of E5, E5, E5. Okay, fine, right? E5, E5, E5. Yeah, yeah, so this is the color that we are adding for the H2 tags. Now, after the H2 tags, the setting grids that we need. Okay, so first thing that we had is setting grid. will define my grid in this case, and then we'll move forward. So first thing is setting grid, not a case. Okay. Now, first, this is the first place where we are going to use our display as grid. Okay. So till this point, we added our display as flex itself. Now we'll be adding our display as grid, and now we'll need to define our grid template too. Okay. So how many number of actual columns do you need in a particular row? That is what we are adding in this case. So what should be the, so we'll add it as auto fit and number. So now we are not actually adding a number of cards that we would need, but actually we are adding number of, sorry, the pixel that we would need, and minimum of one frame should be in a particular given row. That is what we are adding for a grid template column. Okay. And between each particular card, I want a gap of 20 pixel. Okay. I want a gap of 20 pixel in this case. So our setting grid is done. So if I get to the output part, okay. So right now my output part is this. Now it looks like, and yeah, so this is my grid. Once I get down to smaller screen, it will be one card per row. Okay. So let's complete this part. Okay. Next, billing date is spelling wrong. Yeah, we can change that later. Okay. It is not a class name, so it will not pose any issue with the code. Okay. Yeah, so next thing is setting item. So we add a setting item. So we will add a background color in this case, and we'll add it as 2F, 2F, and 2F. Okay, padding. So what will be the padding in this case? We are adding it as 20 pixel and border radius. So border radius again, 5 pixel of normal border radius. Okay, so this is my settings item. Then after settings item, we'll need to style my settings header. Okay, so settings header, and in this case, I will keep my display as flex for now, and justify content as, so not center but actually space between. Okay, I will adding it as space between, align item as center for my alignment of item. It will be as a center, and then we'll add my margin bottom around 16 pixel in this particular case. Okay, fine. So my setting header is also done, and inside the setting header, I will need one more thing, that is setting header H3. So whatever H3 I have defined inside the setting header, I will give it a font size. So I want a particular font size for this, and I want it to have a 18 pixel of font size, and the color that I want is E5 itself. Okay? E5, E5, E5. Then button. So we also made a button. So we'll need to give a styling to button change to, what is the button that we added? Yes, so button that we added was button change. Okay. So we'll add the background color. So background, in this case, I wanted to have a transparent background. Okay. Uh, Transparent background, because I will not be giving it a color. And then I want a border of 1 pixel, and my border should be solid, and it should be 808080 in this particular case. Okay, and color, sorry, border we have added, yes, fine. So the color also will add it as 801. So color also will be adding it up. Hey guys, you will get the attendance. We'll close the session close to 8:15 today also, because we have to see the deployment also. Okay, that is the part that I will not leave out. And then we have a border radius, and border radius will have of 5 pixel, and we'll add a cursor of pointer position for all for 0 point. 3 seconds. Okay, so this is my button change. Along with this, I need a button change for hover. Okay, and I will define that also button change hover. Whenever you hover over my button, in that case, it will get to triple F color. So that will be one thing. And another thing, I will change my border color. Okay, border color in this particular case, and it will be FFF itself. It will be white. Okay. Yeah. So next one important last thing that we have is setting details. So it will be setting details. So we will give it a color of around same B. So this is new color that we are using 3B3 B3, and we will give it a margin bottom of around 8 pixel and font size around 14 pixel. Okay. So this is the normal CSS that we have done. Let's see the output for our normal CSS that we have completed. Okay, on my button, it will lead me to the new page, and this is the output that we can see it up on the screen. Okay. Now, what I need to have is I need to also maintain the responsiveness. So for maintaining the responsiveness, I will add a small extra code for my responsiveness. So responsiveness. There might be a case the spelling would be wrong. Okay. Yeah, so responsiveness and see, first thing that we define is this CSS style should get applied only when my maximum width, so only when my maximum width is 768 pixels. Okay. So whenever my maximum width goes down to 768 pixels, only then these classes of styling will get applied. Okay. So we'll change my profile header style, and we'll define my flex direction. Okay, flex direction. I want it to be column whenever my screen gets down to this size, and text align. I will keep as center for this particular case. Okay, and after this, membership info or member membership, and then info membership info. Okay, so we'll give it a particular style for this. Also, membership info will just have one thing, that is justify content, not center, but justify content. And this justify content will be center. Okay. So after membership info, we'll have a setting grid. Okay. So we'll define my grid template again, grid template columns, and we'll keep it as one frame on a smaller size window. Okay. So this is one particular thing. And after this, setting grid is done, and then uh, we do not have anything as an activity item. Fine. Okay. We do not have any other thing in this case. Okay, looks good. So this is for screen size that is beyond 768 pixels. Okay. So let me show you the complete output on next page. And I will show you how to create a repository on GitHub and other parts. Okay. So this is the complete output that would be looking for our page. You can add more sections in this case if you want. You can also add a wish list, but I will keep it till this point itself for the page. Okay. And this is our complete output along with the footer also. I have already added the footer code for you. So you can check up your own footer code. It is fine or not. And in this case also, we can add the same footer that we have been using for the home page. Okay. So I hope so. Things are clear to this point. HTML, CSS, and a small scale JavaScript that we added. And if you have any doubt, you can just post it in the chat, or else we will move to creation of repository, as well as we will be and we will be moving to deployment mode. Okay. It is still updated in the site awareness. Yeah, the current code is updated in the code sandbox. I will share the code sandbox link again with you. Let me share it up and pin it up for you so that you do not find it issue for searching. Yeah, I have pinned the code sandbox link on the top, so you can visit there and you will be getting that. Okay. Okay, guys. Now we'll get into the deployment part. Let me show you how we can create a repository and how we can deploy it up on Verse. Yeah, you will be getting that in this link. Just give me some moment. And now this is what you have to do is you have your code sandbox. If you're working with your normal VS Code, in this case, you would need to create a new repository on VS, not VS Code, but on GitHub, and you have to push your code from GitHub to the repository. But if you're working on the code sandbox, in that case, you have this GitHub icon. Okay, just click on this GitHub icon. So if you have connected your GitHub with your code sandbox, you will directly get option to create repository. If you have not created or else if you have not linked your GitHub with your code sandbox, you would get the option to sign up or else create your GitHub account. Okay, so you have to do that part on your end for creation of GitHub account. So now we will get to create repository. So when I click on create repository, I directly get my name on the repository. So right now I want my repository to be public because I will be deploying it up on Vercel. So Vercel will be able to fetch my repository only in a given case if the visibility is set to public. Okay. So we'll give it as public and then we'll create my repository. So let's click on create repository. It will take around 10 to 20 seconds to create your repository. Okay. Let's wait for the creation of repo. Okay. So now the repo has been created on GitHub. So let's see our repository on GitHub if it is already created. I've already created my account on GitHub and things are set on sign in. Fine. So this is the GitHub repo that we have already created. So all codes have been added now. Along with the code, you would be seeing many unnecessary things. So you can just keep it as it is. Okay. Those are not actually unnecessary, but those are required. Okay. So this is how you will be creating a rep. Now, next thing is we will be seeing how we will deploy it. So for that, we will use Vercel. So go to Vercel. If you have created your account already, then great. If not, then you have to create your account and sign in over there. And in Vercel, just go on option to add new project. Okay. So click on this button of add new project. And now see, one more thing. When you create an account on Vercel, you have two options. Either you can create your account by using email ID, and or else you can create it by directly using your GitHub account. So I would recommend you to use your GitHub account to create the account, your sign up account on Vercel. So that would be easier. So in that particular case, you would be able to fetch all your repository directly in the browser. Okay. So over here, I clicked on the button to create a project. Over here, I have all my available public repositories on the GitHub. Okay, these repositories are already public. Okay. So I will click on import. Okay, I will click on this particular repository that I want to import and just keep all the settings as default and then just click on deploy button. Okay. Just click on deploy button and then you can move it up. Yeah. So just when you click on deploy button, it automatically on its own gets deployed, and this is your deployment link for your particular site, and everything works fine on this deployed. Okay. So this was a simple HTML CSS page and normal JS, so we do not had any issue with the deployment. If we have other tech stacks, in that case, we would face some dependencies issue in building with other issues. But right now, we do not have any issues in this. Okay, okay, guys. So now, just give me a moment. what is the next thing that we would be looking? So we are done with this part, okay? And let me share the attendance form with you. And along with that, we'll see one more thing. Let me close this all tab. I already explained you how we will be looking it up. Yeah, and next thing that we need to see is the assignment that you need to complete. So the assignment is just complete these two pages that we covered in this bootcamp. Okay, just complete up, just push it on the GitHub. Okay, push it on GitHub, and then you can deploy it up also. Okay, deployment link as well as GitHub link. Okay, do both work, complete this whole site. If you want to add any more pages, you are free to add. It is your choice to do. And once you are done with this part, then you can share the assignment with us. You would get around 2 3 days of time. Okay. So today is 5. You can submit your assignment by 6 7. You can submit your assignment best before 8. Okay. So before 8, you have to submit your assignment, and that is crucial for you to that is crucial for you to get your certificate. Okay. Along with this normal certification, there is one more thing that I would like you to explore on DevTown. Okay. So this is one bootcamp that we provide. Okay. This is one particular bootcamp that we are providing. Along with this bootcamp, we also have many more features. We have also have many more options for you. Okay. So let me take one example for you. Okay. Why am I covering this topic here? So I have been working in this domain, and particularly I will be working in this domain. So this is one of a particular job profile that we have on LinkedIn. Okay. So if we go into detail about this job profile, we have one thing mentioned over here. So in educational background, we need a relevant certification. Okay. So this is AWS Cloud Practitioner or else a Azure foundation. Okay. So this all certification you need to give examination. You need to prepare for that, and you have long list to complete it. Okay. Over here also cloud certification preferred, and there are many certifications that would be needed for you to get jobs in this competitive environment. Okay. So to make your work easier, to make your way and to make your path easier, okay, what we have is we have a cumulative. Okay, so we have a cumulative certification for you. Okay, so we in partner with three given platforms. Okay, so those three platforms are Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft Azure is one of the platform, then IBM, and then IT specialist. Okay, we have three platforms like Microsoft, IBM, and then IT specialist. So these all three particular platforms give you certification based upon the exam that you take. Okay, now, this exam that you need to give for that particular certification needs preparation, the resources, and then along with that, this all certification cost you too much. Because if I take an example of one of the certification, uh, so one of the certification for Microsoft, this would require you around $998 or else around 8,000 rupees for only giving examinations. Okay, I'm talking about only exam money. Okay, so this is the required fees for only giving examination. So if in a given case you fail the exam, this is not refundable. Okay. So now what we provide you, okay, if I show you the case, it is $99 for US United States. Even for India, if I search, okay, so for India it is 3,691. You are getting it up, but with along with the taxes and other things, you would get it for much more expensive price. No, what DevTown gives you, DevTown is in collaboration with this all platforms that I named, Microsoft, IBM, and IT specialist. Whatever certification courses that we have on all three platforms, DevTown will give you a cumulative course for preparation. The certificates will be from the original organization of Microsoft, IBM, and IT specialist, and it will also give you voucher for examinations. Okay, so particularly suppose if your examination cost is around 8,000, so with voucher it will get down to some less amount for you, and in that particular fees itself, you will have a course also for your preparation and other important resources in future. Okay, so now whoever candidate is interested in this part, whoever is interested to get this knowledge, whoever is interested to take advantage of this courses and take advantage of this environment that we created for you. You can fill out the Google form that we will be circulating. Once you fill out the Google form, our team will contact you from our side. They will explain you everything, every detail of the courses, every detail of things, how you have to do. Okay, every details of way how you can follow it, how you will be getting the certificate, pricing model, everything will be shared with you. Okay, so you can just fill up the form with us, and you will get all details with us. Okay. So this is one important aspect that I wanted to explain you from the first day about the certification. And for the our certification of this particular boot camp, you will get it after you have submitted the assignment. And again, some of you are asking what is the assignment? So assignment, whatever site we created till this point, you have to complete that up, and that is your assignment, and you can submit it once you are done before 8 of not actually 8 o'clock, but actually 8th of June. And once you are done with assignment, then only we will give you certificate. Okay. So guys, just go through this one particular part that you need. Okay. You whatever certification you would need from companies like Microsoft Azure. See, Microsoft Azure gives you many certifications. So one example would be Azure Fundamental would be one example. Okay. So everything will be taken care by our side. So if you want to get more details about this, you can directly fill in the form. You will be contacted by our team, and they will explain everything. Okay. How engineering life going? Engineering life is going. Everyone's engineering life goes good. Okay, it's already done. So will you take any other sessions? I enjoy your sessions connected. Yeah, Arya, surely will take other sessions in future. Okay, this is I think so with DevTown, it is third or fourth camp that I have been taking. So we regularly organize boot camp in a month. For sure, I will be having one boot camp with you. Okay. So if your project is already done, you can submit it up. You will get a Google form if you have registered with us. If you have registered for the course, you will get a Google form. Okay. Yeah, guys, and also about the sorry, about this boot camp, please send a feedback or review for us so that we can add more improvement to this uh, thing that we are adding it up. Okay. You will get the certificate only if you submit the assignment, okay? Not if you have just added the attendance. Okay, guys, whatever code that we have, okay, whatever code that we completed right now, that is what you need to submit it. Okay, yeah, guys. Fine. Yes, you can clone the website in your way. But the only intended thing is for you to learn. Okay. Submit assignment process. The submission process, you will get a Google form if you have already registered for this bootcamp. You will be getting a Google form and you would need to submit your assignment over there. Guys, the assignment is the code that we did in this 4 days. That is the only assignment that you need to complete. There is nothing much more out of this. Okay? The code that we did in this 4 days, that is what we will be completing. I have not received. You will receive the submission link. I have given you the date before 8. So before 8th of June, you will be getting the submission link. Can you please send the attendance link, please? Just give me a moment. Wait a minute. Let me resend your attendance link again. I think so. It was shared on my. Can I submit? You can submit it on the Google form that we will share with you. Okay. I am sharing attendance link once again. You can mark your attendance. Will not pin it up because already we have one thing pinned on the top. How to going to, you will get the certificate online. You do not need to collect it from anywhere. Okay. The project is whatever code we completed till this day. That is the project right now. We do not have anything extra to complete. Okay. Okay, guys. So with this, we'll end this boot camp. Okay, the 4 days that we covered, and I hope so you enjoyed. You gained knowledge from this boot camp, and please do not forget to review us. Please do not forget to give us feedback so that we can add more improvement to this boot camps, future boot camps that we're taking up. Okay. So thank you for joining the sessions, and once again, good luck with your career. So we'll end the session now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a nice